Here's another a nice rational equation. Like all of the rational equations, what you're looking for is to find a lowest common denominator. To do that, you need to factor, especially this one here. So 6 over y plus 3 will leave, plus 2 over y, we'll leave that, equals 5y minus 3, leave that, over this one we factor. So it's y minus 3y plus 3. Now to get our lowest common denominator then, our LCD, it has to have a y plus 3 in it. Okay, has to just have a plain y in it. Has to have a y minus 3 in it. And has to have a y plus, oh, it's got one of those already. So this is my lowest common denominator. So now I'm going to take the exact same equation, 6 over y plus 3 plus 2 over y equals 5y minus 3 over y minus 3y plus 3, and we'll multiply each of the terms by this lowest common denominator. I'll sort of put it up top here, hopefully it's okay. So y plus 3, a y, and a y minus 3, y plus 3, a y, and a y minus 3, and this one I'll put over on this side, y plus 3, y minus 3. Okay, so on the first one the y plus 3 goes, the next one the y goes, and on the last one both of those go, so I'm left with a y. So now in the first term I have y times y minus 3 times 6. Maybe we'll put the just these monomials together, so it'll be 6 times y minus 3. The next one will be plus 2 times both of those, so y plus 3, y minus 3. And the last one, it'll just be y times this, so y times 5y minus 3. Now I've got an equation without fractions. Now let's FOIL everything together and then collect like terms and see where we're at. So this would be 6y squared minus 18y. Here, let's do this FOIL first. So it'll be plus 2 times, when you FOIL that, that's difference of squares, so it'll be y squared minus 9 equals 5y squared minus 3y. Okay, just FOILing that out. Let's do one more term here, and let's multiply that through. So use the distributive property. Leave this stuff alone. So plus 2y squared minus 18 equals 5y squared minus 3y. Since I have y squareds in the game, I'm going to bring everything over on the left side. So here I have 6 plus 2, that's 8y squared. When I bring this one over, it'll be minus, so it'll be 8 minus 5, or 3y squared. So that's this one and this one taken care of. I have a negative 18y. If I bring this over, it'll be positive, so that'll be a negative 15y. And then I have an 18, I guess that's the only other number that I have, equals 0. So now I've got a quadratic function that I need to solve. First thing I see is that they're each divisible by 3. So let's just divide every term by 3. So it'll be y squared minus 5y minus 6, is that right? Yep, equals 0 divided 3, which is still 0. Notice you can just divide every term. As long as there's a 0 there, just divide every term by 3 rather than factoring it out front. That works fine. Now this one, I'm hoping that it's factorable. That's my guess. Y squared plus y minus 6 be a minus 5. Minus 6 times 1 is minus 6. Yep, that works. So then I come to my solution of y is equal to a 6 or y is equal to a negative 1 using the 0 property. Last thing, I want to check to make sure both of those things don't cause me problems with the fraction up top. So let's see, 6, what was it? A 6 and a minus 1. If I put a 6 here, I don't get a 0, don't get a 0, don't get a 0. And then, what was the other number? Oh, negative 1. Negative 1, I don't get a 0 on the bottom. Negative 1, no 0. Negative 1, again, no 0. So both of those answers down here at the bottom will both check out. Hopefully that helps you with that question.